Hello, this is Mimi from Mimi's Crafty Shop. Welcome to my channel, and if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for stopping back by. I have a really pretty journal here that I recently finally finished in an alter file folder. I thought they turned out really cute. I love the daisy theme to this journal, and I was so excited to do this. Let me show you first the fall folder. This here is just some snippet of flowers, some yo-yos and material and doilies and just pieces of stuff that I used to embellish it. That's Chanel bedspread piece of it and some pretty lovely sheer daisy ribbon. This I made out of, just a minute, let's pull this in. I'm adjusting. I think this was an envelope, one of those window envelopes. And I had this real pretty picture that I decided to use on it, and I used just some kind of clear bags and covered it and just sewed it together. That's just a little envelope that it's got some of them cigar, or I think it's cigar cards in it. I don't know how they got those in cigars, but I guess you got these cards. I'm not for sure about that. It might have been cigarette. This right here is a pocket that I made out of a digital paper, and that is actually a library holder that I embellished. And first of all, I want to tell you also the digitals that I used in this kit. I used MyPorchPrints, Lazy Daisy, the journal boat. She has a daisy journal kit, and let me think. TLCcreations is the daisy travel notebook kit that I used on this. I have had these for quite some time, and I wanted to use these kits. I really loved her travel notebook kits. That is a little quilt piece that I made into a paperclip holder. My mom's been giving me great ideas on how to do that, so thank goodness for her and her watching YouTube for me. That's one of those tall not window envelopes, just one of those tall envelopes, and I added these really pretty tags. I just love these definition tags. And this is something that I made up, and it has a little daisy girl on it. This is MrsCogsCrafts. She's got some beautiful digitals, especially the vintage ladies, and some of them, she usually does them in themes. That is Edith Holden page, and I just kind of made like an envelope out of it and sewed around it. I thought it turned out really cute, and that's one of those little notebooks out of just leftover papers that I had. I really love that. And I love that snippet that I did there at the bottom. I fixed it up and used those a whole lot in my crafting because I just absolutely love doing that. So inside, I'm pulling all the goodies out of it. This is an 8x10 file folder, and the sides are 1-inch gusset that I have made on there. This is a little something else I made up. I think it is an envelope. A lot of my ephemera I've made up, I haven't made, and they've been made up for a while, so I sometimes don't even remember hardly doing them. But I like to do that. I like to make up a lot of ephemera in different kinds, and then I use it in my journal making. So this particular journal, the Daisy Journal, will be for sale in my Etsy store. So if you're interested, check it out, Mimi's Crafty Shop. I will have a link down below. This ephemera, a lot of this here is from MyPorchPrints. She has wonderful digitals. I love her digitals. In her Facebook group, you get a lot of great freebies and a lot of great ideas. Anyway, I think that's Tim Holtz, one of his little papers there, little ephemera. And this is something else I made up too. I'm not real sure what I made up using that. I think it was just a piece of craft paper, and I took different scrapbook paper and put on it, and another one of those little pieces. That's actually paper from MyPorchPrints. I printed out and made it up. Did a little snippet there on the end. So if you love daisies, you're going to love this book because it's just full of daisy stuff and other flowers and a few butterflies. That's just a little thing that I had and didn't use, so I was going to send it along the way. There's a vintage handkerchief that's got some daisies on it. This is some rolls of ribbons and snippets of lace and stuff that I put on there. And this is another one of those little notebooks here that has vintage papers in it. And I love it. And I did tea dye on it. So it really, really looks vintage, and the papers look very aged. And that was also a vintage yellow button that I put on there too. This is just a little thing that I made up, putting on a paper clip. I love doing that. I had so much fun making this journal. This was another creation that I had made using the quilted snippet row, and just kind of added a bunch of materials to it and stuff, and I put a button on the end of it and made a buttonhole, which I probably haven't made one of those in years. That was a really pretty postcard. That is a hairband that I took because these journals, some of them were really fat, so that kind of helped hold it down. I love that spine on that journal. And there's Miss Daisy. There you go. I made her up, and I thought she turned out so cute. And I have a little quilted pocket down there with the vintage daisy. I think I got that from Junk Sisters Journals too. Inside, that's a little dangle I made using different beads and charms. Beautiful tag there. And I got a little belly band. Some of those little, I don't know if they're called flower children. I think that's what they call them. But anyway, and this right here is a postcard that I got from Dodi from VintageAnteUps. I've been buying from her for many years, and she makes wonderful ephemera. There's those cigarette or cigar cards again. I'll need to find out on what those are. I can't remember. I love them though. I think they're so neat, and they have the definition all about whatever the card's about on the other side. So they're real neat. You can get flower ones and all kinds. I find them really interesting, fun to put in journals. Touch of purple here, which absolutely looks wonderful with yellows, I think. And that's Pink Monarch. I think this name of her digital. She is another one I buy stuff from too. Another little card I made up, postcard. And did stamping on the back. I've learned so much from watching other people or stuff, how to collage stuff and put it together. But I love in my journals when they all come together at the very end. I mean, I am like, I don't know if they're going to come together or not, and they finally do, and I just can't quit adding to them. I overfill them, and I can't help myself. That's just what I enjoy doing. So I always figured if you don't like all the ephemera in there, you can always take it out and use it something else. That is some beautiful scrapbook paper, and that's junk with Steph's tag there. And some more beautiful ephemera and some vintage ledger paper. I always try to put real vintage stuff. That's actually a vintage flower or herbal book. I can't remember book that I had that I used. I was surprised at how little I could find daisy stuff. I had to really, really hunt hard to find a lot of daisy stuff, which I don't understand because they're beautiful flowers. But I didn't have as much success as to finding that as other things that I have worked with. But anyway, it was the yellows and greens and just finding all that and putting it in there and working it together. I put some vintage maps in there. And that is a little, one of those multiplication cards. And I took it and redid it, embellished it. I thought it was so, so cute. I just love using those. And also, the next page, I'm trying to figure this out. I had a little paper there, and I was like, where's it go? I'm trying to put everything back where it goes, always. That's the hard part, if you take it out and then I can't remember where it went. These are some postcards that I got a while back, and I really loved them. They're so pretty. Anyway, I have been busy, and it's August, the end of August, and I am ready for some cool fall weather. I imagine everybody else is too. I just can't wait to put out my fall stuff, but I'm fixing to start working on some Gothic journals. So I've got a couple of kits from, I think her name is Ink and Page or something like that. Anyway, she has some really pretty kind of Gothic journals, kits that are beautiful. They have really pretty dark navy blue and purple and black with them. So it's a little definition card of a garden and what it means to have a garden. That is some vintage ledger paper. And I just, like I said, I just love this kit. I really love the digital kit from TLCcreations. Just so pretty. She makes, I think I tea dyed these, but she makes them look so vintage anyway. You wouldn't have to do that. But this lady here has, I think they had butterflies on them. I thought they were so cute. Those kind of look a little Gothic to me, the kind of darker look. Oh, and I love this right here. I made this when we went on our trip. I took some stuff to use, and my husband was out doing something else. I would craft in the hotel room. And this here I did, it's kind of got a little yellow theme to it there, and I did a collage with the butterfly on it. So adorable. And the scrapbook paper I used in here coordinated with this so well. But like I said, I get overzealous and I add way too much stuff, but it's just so much fun doing these. I find this to be a wonderful craft to do, and I have been doing it now for about 6 or 7 years, and I've just had the best time with it. Vintage map. It's more of another flip out. Their little blue daisy. And this is a flip out too. It's got a little sunflower on it. And I did some stenciling there. I just love the flip outs on the journals. A lot of people are making those skinny journals, and I can't wait. I want to make one so bad. But I'm always late to the game, and everybody's already done it by the time I get around to making them. But I always say it's okay. I just try to do things at my own pace and what I enjoy doing and the colors I enjoy. That's Edith Holden book page there I used in the center of the signature. This book has 2 signatures on it in it. And I think there's like 125, 28 pages front and back. Dictionary paper. Another flip out. Another little collage I made up in a flip out. But anyways, that is some vintage typewriter paper, and this right here is so cute. I just love that. Oh, those some of my tags did come from Calico Collage. She has a Regency Regal digital that I want to do so bad. It's just I run out of time. It's like I have so many plans for so many journals, and it's just hard to get to all of them. A bunch of little ephemera there in that little corner pocket. And this, I just so love this. That is one of those tags. I have a hard time getting it out, but it's got the definition of the artist on there. And these are so neat. I bought these from a lady and I just loved them. But I can't remember where I got those little jars from. I might have been Ink and Page. I can't remember. I got them recently and they were so cute, I thought. And that's another belly band. Little sunflowers there. And on the other side is MyPorchPrints. It's a 3-tiered pocket. And you make it. She has a lot of those in her shop. And they're easy to make. So I filled it up with all kinds of goodies. And I like that little card there. And also that bird. I love the yellow birds. One of my favorites. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching and stopping by, and y'all have a blessed day.